Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
During Army basic training, I found out I had 7 herniated discs. Prescription pain medication led me to a heroin addiction. I entered Wheeler's program and learned life on God's terms.
After meeting Greg, I was so impressed, I hired him. When you change that one life, it makes it all worthwhile.
Now, I have a family, house, and a job that I love. At Wheeler, you can have something everlasting.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune into all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hey, welcome into High School Hoops here on a Tuesday night from the north side of Indianapolis, just out of Carmel, we find the home of the Golden Eagles. Guerin Catholic at 14-2 on the season, ranked number 3 in their class. They welcome in Scecina for a hoops contest here on IndianaSRN. Before we get rolling, we want to thank our title sponsors here for this basketball season. Reynolds Farm Equipment, leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374, they represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the field of construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission, for over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else for food? We have a large selection made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services Incorporated provided traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana for the past 60 years. And, of course, the Indiana SRN sports page, IndianaSRN.org. Tony Donahue, Nathaniel Finch with you. You know, you look at mid-January, I played high school basketball. We talk about the dog days of summer in baseball, and you get to August, and it's kind of where we are now. It's the cold days of basketball. You're finally starting to see daylight. You know, you get through early January, dark mornings, dark afternoons, practice, weights, film. It's easy for a team like Guerin Catholic, who's expected to contend in the state tournament, to say, all right, let's get ready for a doubleheader weekend, 3 games this week for the Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. But you kind of got to throw the records out in this one and say, look, we got to go out and battle our opponent here and not fall into any kind of bad habits. What do you see tonight out of Guerin Catholic?
Well, you talked about how good the Golden Eagles are, right? Number 3 in 3A, 14-2, such a talented team. I mean, this is a squad that went to semi-state 3 of the last 4 years. Bobby Allen, since he came over a handful of years ago from Knightstown, has been outstanding as the head coach for these guys now in his 7th year. I mean, this is a team that is always ready to play, but to your point, maybe a sleepy Tuesday night, maybe that's a chance for 4-10 Scecina to, you know, try to sneak one in. They haven't played their best ball, especially of late, but all it takes is one to get things rolling before sectionals.
Yeah, Coach Allen, as you mentioned, has state finals written all over him back at Cathedral in 1999. This is the team that's looking to get to the state championship game, as you mentioned, back-to-back semi-states over the last 2 seasons. And you can't talk about Guerin Catholic without talking about the 6'7" senior Bryson Cardinal.
Well, they call his dad the custodian, right? Brian Cardinal from Purdue, such a great player, over 1,500 career points, and then played in the NBA for 13 years. So it's in Cardinal's blood, right? Bryson, through the last handful of years, has been so talented. He's chasing 1,000 points. He's probably only about a month away from hitting that with Guerin Catholic. He's been so good over his career, and that has not changed this year. Having his best season, 21 points a game, 10 rebounds. He's averaging a double-double. He's played so well, and he is the key cog for this offense.
Yeah, this Guerin Catholic squad will be without one of their senior leaders, Malcolm House, out with a concussion. Carter Morantz will start tonight at 6'7", so a lot of size for the Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic. Again, ranked number 3 at 14-2. When we come back right here at IndianaSRN, we'll look at the other side. Scecina Memorial traveling north, looking for their first win right here, their 5th win of the season right here at IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all their reviews and I saw that they were number 1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Welcome back to Guerin Catholic High School here on IndianaSRN. We always have a front row seat. Tony Donahue, Nathaniel Bird with you. You know, sorry, Nathaniel Finch. I knew I was going to do that. Nathaniel Bird is a race car driver who I just talked to yesterday. I knew I was going to do that one time. I told myself not to. Well, Mr. Finch, we're going to talk about Clifford Brown, the senior leader for Scecina. And this is one of those games where you're really going to go up against size. And this is one of the games for Scecina that's really going to set you up for the opponents you're going to see coming up next month in the IHSA tournament.
Well, Brown, the team's top returning scorer, rebounder, assister from last year, so he came into the year with high expectations. Well, he missed the first handful of games, and he's been kind of dealing with the lingering effects of a concussion. He's good now. He is hitting his stride of late, and Coach Jim Stanborough loves what he's seeing of late here from Clifford Brown. So in order for Scecina to win not only tonight, but get into a groove here at the end of the season into tournament time, they will be relying heavily on their 6-foot senior point guard.
And we talked about the size that Guerin Catholic is going to have on the floor pretty much at all times, with two players at 6'9", I believe. You know, you look at Scecina, probably a good opportunity for them to push the pace, set the tempo, and try to get out in transition and run.
And a big key is going to be the center, Maurice Schellhaas, because he's the only player on the Crusaders team that is taller than 6'4". He's 6'6", so he's an inch shorter than Bryson Cardinal, Carter Morans, and everybody on that Golden Eagles team. But for Scecina, if you can survive in the post with Schellhaas, then maybe you can have some success kicking it out to those guards and Clifford Brown and two talented players in Jalen Foster and Jalen Scott.
Let's go back to this Guerin Catholic squad as we watch them take the court here at home in their all-white home uniforms. You don't want to get in foul trouble. When you have that size advantage, you don't want that to be taken away. We could talk about fundamentals all we want, but how important is it for their two big guys at 6'7" to stay out of foul trouble, especially knowing they're going up against a smaller opponent, which is automatically going to make your brain say, I'm going to block this kid into the fifth row.
Well, the good news is they have a third 6'7" guy. He's 6'8", and Jack Tolles, he comes off the bench, and he's a senior. So if one of those guys maybe picks up an early foul or two, you can give them some reprieve. You've got size all over this roster, and for Carter Moran's a lot of length. We know about the strength of Bryson Cardinal, so if you do get into some foul trouble, not the end of the world, because again, if you have to put in the 6'8" Tolles, that's fine. Or if you have to dig even deeper in your bench, you don't need the tallest guys in the world to deal with a team like Scecina. So it is not the end of the world. However, Bryson Cardinal having the season he has, the reason is because he doesn't get into foul trouble.
You know, we talked to Coach earlier, Coach Allen, about, how do you approach this game? This is a game that they decided, hey, let's go ahead and get a game on the schedule this week. Let's play 3. Let's play a Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. That really simulates probably what you're going to see in the upcoming IHSAH state tournament. Let's get an opponent in here that we know that we can play our tempo with and impose our will. But we talk about not getting into those bad habits, and that's turning over the basketball. That's committing fouls. That's taking advantage of shots down in the block. How important is it to just stay your game? And it's coach speak, but to play Golden Eagle basketball.
Well, to your point, it doesn't sound like, obviously wins and losses count here, but this isn't one that's going to kill Guerin Catholic if they lose. It's not one that's going to kill Scecina if they lose. They just want to come out here and play a glorified scrimmage almost. Just a short little drive here in the city. It's like more exciting than a practice is what this is going to be. So to your point, fundamentals, yes. Let's go through, run our offense. Maybe we can take a peek at some new things we want to run in this game, things like that. This is only the 8th time that these teams will have played each other in the last 40 years. Last time not being since 2019, so it's not one that is circled every year. Let's just come out here, play free, play some fundamental basketball.
Let's take a quick break, come back with the starting lineups here at IndianaSRN. Oh, you're good, you're good. Are we back? Okay, we're back here before we get ready for the starting lineups. Again, Scecina with their maroon road jerseys and the home Guerin Catholic in their all whites. Let's take a break before the national anthem. Come back with tonight's tip-off.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Let's go to the PA for tonight's starting lineups right here on IndianaSRN.
Jalen Foster. Senior, number 5, Jalen Scott. Junior, number 23, Adrian Hill. Junior, number 32, Mo Shellhouse. Scecina is coached by Mr. Jim Stanbro. And now, the starters for your Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles. A sophomore, number 3, Jake Grissom. Senior, number 10, Ryan Paris. Sophomore, number 15, Hayden Rogers. Senior, number 35, Bryson Cardinal. Sophomore, number 40, Carter Morans. The head coach of your Golden Eagles is Mr. Bobby Allen.
All right, welcome back here. Tony Donahue with you alongside Nathaniel Finch, Chuck and Mitch with us as well. Before we get this one tipped off, Nathaniel, give us your keys to tonight.
Well, for Scecina, just play fast, steal some transition points, really run your offense through Clifford Brown, and just play free because you're a big-time underdog in this game. 4-10 teams typically don't beat the 14-2 teams. But for Guerin Catholic, just play with fundamentals, get the ball inside, let Bryson Cardinal do what he does so well.
Moran tips it forward. Ball loose, gathered up by Guerin Catholic. He'll have the first possession here of this first quarter, averaging 62 points per contest. 8 offensive rebounds. We'll keep an eye on that with the 2 6'7" players. First shot, corner 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Ryan Paris puts it in. He's got the first 3.
Boy, that didn't take long for Paris. He's not one of the top 2 guys, but as a number 3, he is impressive.
Little 2-1-2 zone to start here defensively for Guerin Catholic. Scecina drives left side off the window and good. So a nice left-handed put there by Foster for the first 2.
I love what Foster brings. A little bit of size. He's a freshman, but he's come in and played well with this team. He's averaging right around double figures. He's a good player.
You got to really love the confidence out of a freshman as Guerin Catholic turns the basketball over on their second possession.
And now Scecina, it's a chance. You got to take advantage of these. When you get these free possessions, you got to go down and score. I know it's early in the game, so it may seem crazy for us to talk like this, but Scecina, you only win 4 games on the year. This is a chance to get your 5th. Take advantage of these mistakes for maybe a sleeping Guerin Catholic team.
They get it across. Double team comes. We'll see this a lot defensively here for Guerin Catholic. Dribble left side, spins, and almost turned it over. But Scecina maintains possession. Minute 45 gone by first quarter.
Kind of got lucky that Brown didn't laser that one to the corner. He left it soft, and that's how his teammate was able to come clean it up.
So Brown has, as we talked about in the outset, he'll control the offense, but a lot of standing around here as they'll penetrate and I'll kick it back out. They'll slow it up. A very patient second offensive set here for Scecina.
You don't want to be too patient, though. You still want movement, especially anyone who doesn't have the ball in your hands. You need to be moving.
Nice spin move, extra pass. Little one-on-one spin, left side, off the backboard, no good. Rebound corralled by Paris. He has the basketball. He'll kick it out, extra pass, left side, pump fake. Tripped over the turf monster there, the hardwood, and they'll reset their offense with Jake Grissom. Grissom back over to Rogers, to Grissom. They'll swing to the corner. They'll go low, double team comes, up blocked from behind, ball loose. Back to Guerin Catholic, bodies on the ground. Cardinal swatted with his first look, but this will lead to a three ball up top. And that one goes in, Jake Grissom. So back-to-back tray balls, and Guerin Catholic with an early 4-point lead.
Well, how often does Bryson Cardinal, the star for this team, get blocked? I know we don't have the stats on that, but I can tell you it doesn't happen too often. And the fact that it led to a positive, they get 3 points out of it, pretty impressive, especially for a Golden Eagles team that doesn't shoot and make a lot of threes.
I think Scecina's content in this first quarter, taking 25, 30 seconds per possession. But this one's stolen away. That one by Grissom pushes it forward. Extra pass swatted. And we're going to get a foul down low. So the first foul on the freshman, Jalen Foster. And to the free throw line goes Guerin Catholic for the first time tonight, Carter Morantz.
That's exactly what happens for Scecina when they turn the ball over. It's what happens when you just stand there and you let the defense come to you. They need to move the ball around, swing it around, and see if you can't work some offense. They cannot be patient, as you called it. They need to go and attack.
First free throw rattles home. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Now that runs like a deer, give them a call today, 317-849-0810. Second free throw spins out, 7-3. 3 minutes gone by first quarter. Full court pressure comes. Scecina breaks it. Double team comes. Bounce pass. Collected on the right side by Brown.
This defense loves to get their hands into the passing lane, try to poke check you. They do it all the time. It's pretty impressive.
Jalen Scott has it. Looks for Jalen Foster on the screen. He's going to be fouled on the hip check.
But just as I tote how well that tends to work for the Eagles, obviously not every time, as Rogers from behind just pokes him and gets picked up with a quick ticky-tack foul.
Inbound pass comes in. Again, another patient set here. A quick moving first quarter, almost halfway through the quarter with 4:38 to play. 7 too early. Clifford Brown sends it to Jalen Foster. He's going to look to go one-on-one. Got a little size advantage here. Gets downhill, kicks it out. Wide open three short. Rebound corralled by Bryson Cardinal, his second. Kicks it forward on the hezzy. Jake Grissom puts it in. He's got a quick 5.
That transition works so nasty for Guerin Catholic. They've been doing it all year. They've been doing it under the entire tenure of Bobby Allen, and they show there they can be so lethal.
So Brown has it. Halfway through the quarter, we go under 4 minutes. Scecina with the basketball, trailing 9-2. It's a 6-0 extended run by Guerin Catholic. Scecina, a lot of one-on-one basketball being played here. Right side dribble, stop, extra pass, off the window. Nicely done there. Jalen Scott to Jalen Foster. Foster's got his second bucket.
These two Jalens can be pretty impressive when they play this two-man game, and Foster just uses his size on the inside to lay it off the glass. He's a good player.
And a quick steal here, and a foul as Cardinal lowers his shoulder for his first foul, as some substitutions here for Scecina. Let's take a look back at that transition there. Nice quick outlet pass and the lay-in.
And that's exactly how this offense is built to run. You get the stop on defense, and you just launch it ahead and see if you can get some favorable matchups on the run.
3:15 to play. First quarter. Scecina We'll cut this to a one-possession game with a bucket. Double team comes, extra pass. Foster off the window again. That's 3 times now, Nathan. He's put it in off the window.
From that same spot, too, this defense needs to key in on that and see if they can't make him go left, because when he goes on that side, boy, he can be lethal.
Foster with the left hand off the window now 3 times, leads to a 3-ball. Good. And Grissom, his second 3-ball. He's got 8 here in the first quarter.
And again, Guerin Catholic doesn't shoot a lot of threes. They're only making 30% from 3 this year, but boy, they have made a big impact on this early onset of the game.
Dribble drive right side, ball saved after the missed layup, and we're going to have a foul on the ground. This one will be charged to Ryan Paris. Morales Group is in business to create a better future for you and your family and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call, say, 317-472-7600. Scecina, their second inbound play of the first quarter, 2:27 to go. It's been all Foster offensively.
And they need to continue to make it all Foster offensively. Keep getting it in there to him on the low post and just let him go to work.
Dribble left side, gets by him with a shake. Left-handed off the window. This time it's...
Yeah, Clifford Brown needed that one to get going. He's been quiet so far today. In fact, he's been quiet stretches of this season.
Brown on the dribble drive and the lay-in. This ball short by Grissom. We're going to have a substitution, but you got to like the aggressiveness we saw there out of Clifford Brown. 4 field goals here for Scecina, all coming via the left hand and off the window.
And pretty often Brown has passed once he gets inside. That time he said, no, I'm going to take this one myself. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. I'd like to see him continue to do that. Maybe here.
He'll drive again, left side. This one leaves it short off the window. Offensive rebound gathered, but then put back on the floor, and it's going to belong to Scecina. And, with 1:42 to go here in the first quarter, Scecina doing a great job patiently offensively, taking what the defense is giving them.
I'll tell you what, if you said pregame that this would be just a 4-point game at this point, I'd be pretty happy with that. Great job so far from Scecina, a chance to make it a 1-bucket game if they can get something here offensively.
Yep, they can cut the lead in half to 2 with a bucket or 1 with a 3. Again, another patient set here. Up top, Brown has it. Left side dribbles, gets past the defender, spins, stops, pops up top. They'll reset offensively. Here's Jalen Scott on the drive. He loses it. Ball loose on the ground. Morans gets on the hardwood for it. We have a jump ball to stay here with Scecina.
That's not the game you want to play, is your big men dribbling the ball in traffic, because this Guerin Catholic team's so good at poking it away. So let Brown do all the work dribble-wise. Let him do all the driving, and you just stay in position where he can find you.
We want to say hello to some of the Guerin Catholic fans that we know of watching down in Mexico. Hopefully sunny and warmer than what we have here at Indiana, and a 5-second call on the inbound pass, the third Scecina turnover.
We envy your weather. That's for sure.
Boilermaker Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in the fields of construction and metal fabrication. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, upgrade, or facility management, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do it right. Grissom with the heat check off the back iron, no good. Long offensive rebound goes to the Golden Eagles. They'll reset, swing it left side. Cardinal has it in the corner. They'll dribble through 2 defenders, lose it, and a ball turned over. So both teams, 3 turnovers here in the first quarter.
It's been a very slow start for Bryson Cardinal, scoreless, and with a couple of mistakes there, Scecina needs to take advantage, because once one goes through, Cardinal's not going to have any issue sending more after it.
And patiently, we've seen Scecina get in their offensive set. I'd imagine here 30 seconds ago you're looking for the last shot of the quarter.
But at least this time they're still moving the ball. Previously they just stand there. That doesn't gain you anything. They're moving the ball.
Hill dribble drive, kicks it out. Wide open corner 3, back iron no good. Cardinal grabbed the rebound, forgot about it, gets it back 15 seconds. They'll push forward. Grissom has it. He'll go to the rack, and he's fouled from behind. And that'll earn him, like they're going to call it, on the ground.
That's not a bad foul, because he was going to put that one in the cups. Now you make him earn it. Now 12 seconds to play some defense. See if you can't get into the quarter, only down 4.
Yeah, plenty of time here offensively for Guerin Catholic. Leading 12-8 on IndianaSRN High School Hoops on a Tuesday night. Rogers throws it in, gets it in. Grissom has it, 10 on the clock. Reithman throws it left side. Grissom, they're going to go down low. They'll work inside out. Cross corner. 3 at the buzzer. No good.
Boy, Rogers left all alone, just waving his hands up, but he can't get it to fall.
A slow-moving first quarter has the home Guerin Catholic Golden Eagles holding on to a 4-point lead on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Nathaniel Finch, Tony Donahue with you. We kind of thought when you looked, as we talked about on the outset, and it was a great point you made, you don't want to fall into the pace and the tempo of your opposing team. But tonight here in this first quarter, 12-8, a low-scoring first quarter.
That's exactly what Scecina needs if they want to upset the number 3 ranked team in 3A. Take advantage of these low number of possessions, though. I'd like to see more points from Scecina.
A little bit of a man-to-man here to start the second quarter. Defensive-wise for Scecina. Guerin Catholic has the basketball. Leading 12-8. A lot of Jake Grissom. 8 points in that first quarter. And a great job by Scecina defensively keeping Cardinal scoreless. And this one off the front rim, no good. On rebound, too hard off the backboard. Second offensive chance, blocked. Third offensive chance, Cardinal stays with it and puts it in for his first bucket.
Not going to be denied there. How many times did the defense hold up and he still found a way to power his way up and put one in? There's a reason he averages 21 points per game.
Yeah, and we saw it there, offensive rebounds. That's 3 right there alone. He's got 4 total so far. But a couple times, Scecina's been able to block him. That time, too much Cardinal, though, as he gathered to 3 rebounds.
Too much Cardinal. I think a lot of teams have said that this year and over the last handful of years. He has been so good over his career. Now a decorated senior.
Jalen Scott has it, dribbles left side, stops, thought about it, kick it back up top, and they're content to slow it down. They took multiple possessions, Nathaniel, in that first quarter of over 30 seconds. That's going to be a charge as the second contact on the spin. Offensive foul going the other way.
And that's the second turnover we've seen from the forward trying to navigate traffic and dribble drive inside. You'd like to see a little bit more of the point guards doing the dribbling.
Yeah, spin out of control here as Guerin will take a timeout, and we'll take it with them.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents in.
Catholic Athletic Week going on as we speak. Guerin Catholic, the home Golden Eagles, with a 6-point 14-8 advantage. Their first of 3 games this week. We've got game number 1 right here for you at IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue and Nathaniel Finch with you. Guerin Catholic with the basketball. They go down low and off the window. Jack Tolles lays it in. It's 16-8 and a 6-0 run for Guerin Catholic.
Tallest guy off the bench. He shows you why there. He can really make a lot happen purely with his size.
So Brown up top. Jalen Scott will control it. He'll dribble drive on Cardinal. Cardinal with the good defense there. They'll reset, and we've seen this offensively throughout this first quarter and change. Very patient, 30-plus second possessions for Scecina.
Just not enough movement off the ball. Patience, but they're just standing there, so it's not really gaining you anything.
Kick out 3 missed, but White grabs the offensive rebound, and once again, Scecina resets, trailing 16-8. 8 points the most they've trailed by tonight.
When you tell these guys to be patient, I'd like that to mean just keep running the offense until you find an open shot.
Yeah, not a lot of offense being ran, though. Some confusion. Down screen comes. They'll kick it out. Top of the key. Back board, no good. Ball goes out of bounds to Guerin. And you talk about if you're going to have these patience on offense, you're going to have to get yourself good, high percentage looks. Scecina hasn't been able to do that yet.
And pretty often it's one guy dribbling, moving around, trying to break a screen, trying to move around the defense, and then 4 guys just standing there watching him. Keep moving. If you don't have the ball in your hands, there's no reason your feet should be still.
So Guerin has the basketball, and they'll throw it away immediately. Passionate Care delivers care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passionate Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today, 317-537-1811. Scecina's turned the basketball over 5 times. Guerin Catholic now 4.
That's been a big difference for Scecina, too, is these turnovers, because they've gotten decent looks, and then they turn the ball over.
Dribble drive on a nice through-the-leg move. Brown gets space, can't finish the layup. They'll push forward. Layup missed by Grissom, and it'll go back over to Scecina. Clifford Brown done a good job breaking that initial defender, but he's got to finish at the rack.
In this Guerin Catholic team, we've seen 2 separate offenses, right? When they pluck it off the rim, they take off running like NASCARs. They just keep going in transition, they put it in. But when they have to pull it out and they have to inbound it and walk up the court, they look completely different. Now, that one didn't result in points, but you got to like their transition offense a lot more than when they slow things down.
Scecina with the basketball, trailing by 8. As we already approach the halfway mark of this second quarter in a game that's flown by. Scecina with the basketball. Another patient set. Up top, Jalen Scott. He has it. Close to stepping on the timeline. And good defense here, good length shown. Dribble drive left side. A little hezzy, and the finger roll goes in, and Scott puts it in for his 4th point.
His first bucket, I like his length.
And a 3-ball, far side Cardinal air ball.
Now, Cardinal's not been quite on his A game today. It's going to be big for Guerin Catholic to see how they can play when he's not the all-star that he can be, because there's times when he's not going to score 30 points for you.
16-10, Scecina. Can they go on a little run here, get themselves back in the contest? They turn it over. Cardinal has the basketball. Crosses the timeline, 3:15 to play, first half. They'll kick it up top. Paris, right side. Thought about a 3. They'll go low. Double team comes. Throws it away. Deflected to the teammates' hands of Ryan Paris. And he puts it in from distance. 19-10, a 9-point differential.
Paris
the biggest
has
lead of the night
2
for Guerin.
triples. Grissom has 2 triples. These guys can shoot the basketball, and they're just being left wide open. This has been impressive.
And that's what happens when you double team down low, somebody that you don't have the size advantage on. And a nice cross-court pass here leads to the 3-ball. Man in your face.
One
rattles
step,
it home.
Fire, that was impressive. How about Paris? Hasn't done a lot today, but he's taken 2 shots. He's made them both, and they've both been from downtown.
Yeah, Grissom and Paris getting things going from downtown here in this first half. 19-10, 2:48 to play.
That's what makes this team so hard to guard, right? You have all the size on the inside. You have Cardinal, you have Grissom. But then when these 3s start falling and everybody else is hitting shots, making them nearly impossible to defend.
Scecina, long-range jumper, back iron, no good. Ball batted around and out of bounds. It'll stay with Scecina. You can make a difference by helping us put more student-athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Check out the ad directing your donation to a specific school, or just simply hit the donate button. More games, more opportunities for our kids. IndianaSRN. You always have a front row seat. Inbound comes 2:32 to go. First half, Scecina with the basketball, trailing by 9. A lot of dribbling up top.
And no one's moving. What's he supposed to do? He's dribbling here. What is he gaining?
Yeah. You got to come and set some screens. You got to move. Yeah, you got to always talk about moving without the ball. And that's what made, players like J.J. Redick so good. Reggie Miller even. And this time, an aggressive defense by Grissom. He comes with the steal, pushes it forward, hangs in the air, and fouled. And earning a trip to the free throw line with the hesitation is Ryan Paris.
And I'll tell you what, these two forwards, Jalen Foster, Jalen Scott, nice players, but they're not guys that you want to just stand up there by themselves and try to create by themselves. That's Brown's job. Let Clifford Brown be the one to dribble it around. Too often, they're just being left out on an island, and it obviously backfired.
First free throw good for more than 2 decades. The seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all of your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us, 317-396-1023, 20-10. Offensive rebound by Cardinal as we've reached 2 minutes to play first half. Guerin Catholic doubling up Scecina, 20-10. Cross-court pass once again. Stepping into a three is Grissom. Rattles out on him. And rebounds Scecina. And we're going to have a quick timeout here for the Crusaders of Scecina. 30-second. We'll take it with them on IndianaSRN.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Welcome back here on IndianaSRN. We want to thank our friends at Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all of your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years, Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. 317-328-2555. Exceptional service so far for Guerin Catholic. They've done a great job of sharing the basketball and finding open looks.
So often, Bryson Cardinal is giving you 20, sometimes 30 points, but that hasn't been the case today. Just 2 points for the big man right now, but everybody else is stepping up. 8 points from Jake Grissom, a couple threes. 8 points from Ryan Paris, a couple threes. Everybody else is playing really well.
They really don't look like a team that shoots 30% from the three-point line as a team. $1:41 to go first half. We've seen Scecina be very patient offensively. They'll pick up the tempo here. We're going to have a charge. The second offensive foul charge to Scecina. Cardinals stepping up there, taking the contact. I wonder where he learned that from.
Certainly looked a lot better, though, offensively. Everybody was moving around. You could tell that was a point from Jim Stanborough in his third year with this team. Told these guys, hey, if you don't have the ball, move your feet.
Rogers with the basketball. They'll go down low. Cardinal, and he's hit from behind. That is the 5th team foul, and that'll put, let's see if that's a 4th team foul.
Fouls on Scecina, number 33, Jacob Marshall.
And that'll put him on the free throw line. So 5 team fouls now for Guerin. And 0, maybe 5 for Scecina, 0 for Guerin Catholic. So Guerin Catholic did a nice job on this run here in the second quarter of defending without fouling.
Kind of flipped the switch from that first quarter, because we saw so often, especially early, it was Guerin Catholic getting called with the fouls, but now they've been very disciplined and they make them pay here.
It's 10-2 advantage of Guerin Catholic here in the second quarter. 12 points, their biggest lead. Stolen, breaking the passing lane as Grissom goes forward. Hesitation, miss. Cardinal picks it up, scoops it in off the backboard. And his 5th offensive rebound of the first half. Scecina will go quickly, try to break the pressure all the way down. Ball was out of control the entire way, out of bounds, but a nice job here by on the miss. Cardinal coming in, grabbing the offensive rebound and doing what he does best, laying it off the window.
How about the offense in transition? Again, that's when they work the best. They're like the Indiana Pacers. They're going to score the most points they can when they're off and running.
So watch the Pacers in Paris, except for the second half of game 1. Dribble drive left side, hangs, fouled, can't finish. But first trip to the free throw line for Scecina and Clifford Brown.
Need to take advantage of these. You were down 4 not too long ago. Now you're down 14. The best way to get in, get to the line, and make your free throw shots.
Talk about finishing quarters and taking momentum into the locker room. You would think Scecina here with 2 free throws, possibly another stop and another score, give them some momentum heading into the locker room, but the first free throw falls short off the rim. 24-10, 58.7 remaining. That was just the first foul charged to Guerin Catholic in the second quarter. Second free throw good, 24-11. The Golden Eagles will push the tempo, crossing the timeline. They'll swing left side. Paris has it, top of the key. Grissom will try to break the 2-3 zone. Scecina goes back to a bit of a man-to-man. You could go from 2-3 to man easily. Backdoor pass, lobbed in the air, hangs, and fouled. To the free throw line goes Ryan Paris. When you play that 2-3 zone, you set yourself up to either come to the free throw line and get yourself a good look, or that backdoor pass is going to be there. They finally found it. Couldn't quite finish, but a nice job there by Paris to earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
Boy, you wonder if it was Cardinal instead of Paris receiving that lob, what he could have done with it. Paris, obviously a 6'2" player. He's a great player, great all-around threat for this team. But certainly if you had more size there on that lob, that could have been nasty.
Paris first free throw, Pier. Second one, good. Have a quick substitution here.
Scecina substitution, number 11, Caleb Davis.
Scecina showing why they shoot 49% from the field, an average 62 points per contest. 26-11, 32 seconds to go. As Caleb Davis checks in for Scecina. Down low, swatted away, and Guerin Catholic has it. Cross-court pass. Grissom thought about a 3, dribble drives, hangs. Back iron, no good. And we're going to have a foul. It'll just be the second team foul by Guerin.
Tell you what, this defense for Scecina has looked better than what they have in previous games. They just gave up 100 points against Cathedral when they lost in the city tournament after beating Chittard the game before, so started to get off their schneid. Gave up 100 points. If I told you they only gave up 26 in the first half against Guerin, I think they'd take that.
Yeah, I think Scecina decided this was going to be a possession game. 3 ball too long, ball batted around. 6th offensive rebound in this first half for Scecina. Long range 3 short. And we have reached halftime, 26-11 in favor of Guerin Catholic. And you got to think what we thought was Guerin Catholic coming in, probably going to push the 75-80 point mark. But a nice job there by Scecina, although down 15, eliminating possessions and keeping the scoring under 30 here for Guerin.
The offense certainly went quiet, though. That's the key to the second half. Figure out how you can put up some points. They're going to have to do it in bunches. Only 3 points in that second quarter, not going to cut it.
Halftime show coming up here at IndianaSRN. We'll have first half stats and get Nathaniel Finch's keys for the second half. You're watching High School Hoops right here on IndianaSRN.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year-round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year, IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. Donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program, with our reach. Maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you can be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman,
has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen, skip pass. Mays with 3. Mays drive, floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side, 40, 35, 30, block to the outside, 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there, and finally, somebody gets on the board.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Vertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as...
Welcome back. It's recess from Guerin Catholic High School. The Golden Eagles in full control, 26-11. The halftime lead over Scecina right here on IndianaSRN. Tony Donahue, Nathaniel Finch with you. A 15-point lead for Guerin Catholic, but not the way many thought they would build that lead. Talk about some of the top scorers here tonight for the Golden Eagles.
Well, the big name is obviously Bryson Cardinal, 21 points a game, 10 rebounds a game. He's the star player for Guerin Catholic. He was bottled up for most of that first half, leading the team in scoring. Ryan Paris, he had a pair of triples. He had 9 points total. Jake Grissom also had 2 shots made from downtown. He had 8 points in half number 1. And then Cardinal slides in third with 6 points, but his latter 2 shots didn't come till the end of that second quarter. So he had 2 points really through the first 12 or so minutes of this game. So he's been bottled up, which is rare. Now, granted, he's still pulling down a handful of rebounds, and he's still doing his work everywhere else, but scoring-wise, just 6 points in the first half for Mr. Cardinal. Jack Tolles had 2. Carter Morans had a point for Guerin Catholic. As for Scecina, about as we would expect. Jalen Foster shouldering most of the load on the inside. He had 3 made buckets, 6 points for the freshman. Clifford Brown after that with 3 points total, and then Jalen Scott had a bucket. That is it. That is where we get the 11 points from Scecina. And I'll tell you what, only 3 points in the second quarter. That will not cut it for Scecina. If you want to upset this team, especially now that you're down the amount of points you are, you need to find a way to get more points up on the board.
Cardinal had 9 rebounds in that first half. 5 of those coming offensively. This broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the IHSAA for the exclusive viewing of our users. Any reproduction is strictly prohibited. IndianaSRN, we always have a front row seat. We did talk in that first half, Scecina kind of cutting the possessions basically in half by taking anywhere from 30 to 45 seconds. Would you like to see them speed the tempo up here? Obviously, that only resulted to 11 first-half points.
Well, they kind of have to speed up the tempo now. I liked how they started slowing it down, taking their time, but the issue was they took time just by standing there and just standing there doing nothing. The big key here for the second half for Scecina is off-ball movement. If you don't have the ball in your hands, you need to move your feet. And if I'm Jim Stanborough, I'm benching anyone who doesn't do that.
Scecina with the basketball to open the second half. A very disciplined first half. Not a lot of fouls on both ends. Our refs doing a great job here tonight. Just like at Officially Human, where our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and court. You don't practice good sportsmanship, we don't play. We want to thank our officials and everybody at Officially Human. After a turnover for Scecina, Guerin Catholic goes down low to Cardinal. Thought he was fouled on the shot, but they'll call it on the ground, and Guerin Catholic will see their first possession of the second half.
Not too often you see a tie-up like that, and he's still able to get up and make the shot. I think he might have a case there, but it doesn't matter.
Great seal-off down low to Paris. Paris gets the bounce pass, goes up, fouled from behind, and he'll earn 2 from the charity stripe.
Well, Foster picked up the foul, but how about Shellhaus going up and rejecting that one? He's Scecina's only true post player, the only guy taller than 6'4", and he's only 6'6" himself, so he does a good job there manning the post. and really their only chance at stopping Cardinal, at stopping some of these guys when they get to the inside. He did a good job rejecting it, but his teammate committed the foul.
Both free throws up, and the second one short, so it's a 15-3 extended run here, dating back to the start of the second quarter. And Scecina will look for a bucket. Miss, offensive rebound, taken away, ball loose on the ground, safe back.
Save.
Great job there by Guerin Catholic, getting on the hardwood, saving the basketball.
How about the senior Ryan Paris? He does it all for this team, including diving for loose balls.
He's got the basketball, gets it right back, now kicks it back up top to Rogers. Rogers swings, nice backdoor pass, up, in, and one. Bryson Cardinal.
This could certainly spell trouble if you are a Scecina fan. Cardinals starting to get going. He really came on late in that second quarter. Now he goes up strong. He takes some contact. He's going to make this free throw shot, and he's going to continue to roll into this third quarter.
8 points, 10 rebounds for Cardinal. Wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pros, we got you covered. Check out the IndianaSRN sports page. Free throw pure, 32-11. And this is a 12-8 game at the end of the first quarter. It's an 18-3 extended run.
That's because Scecina just stopped scoring. They're doing a decent job defensively, but offensively, nothing going.
So a little bit of a 2-3 zone here. Left side, corner three, front iron, no good. Ball batted around and controlled down low by Moran's, his third board.
Not a bad look there. They just couldn't convert.
Eagles have it up top. Minute 30 gone by here, third quarter. All Guerin Catholic. They'll swing. All 5 touching the ball here. Cardinal up, hangs, foul, and back to the free throw line goes Bryson Cardinal.
Not often a big man can shoot free throws the way that Cardinal does. A 75% free throw shooter. He is lethal when he gets to the line, especially you make him earn it, he's going to earn it 9 times out of 10. He's so good. And he's one of those guys, man, with his size, the more contact you give him, the more he draws from that. And he's going to just continue to bully you on the inside.
And that's one of those things where it's almost one of those unteachables where a lot of players go up and they wait for the contact and then throw something up. He doesn't worry about the contact. He worries about finishing strong down low. And if he happens to get to the free throw line, he knows he's more than likely going to have the chance at the and one. Both free throws good, 32-11. Guerin Catholic. Ball stolen right away. Great hands there by Grissom. He'll push it. Left side, thought about a 3. Dribble drive, penetration. Right side, Murns 3. Spins out on him. And Clifford Brown with this third rebound.
How about Cardinal almost stealing it away as soon as they got it off the rim?
And this is kind of what Coach Allen was talking about. Even if we get up big and we have a comfortable lead, let's not get into turning the basketball over, getting sloppy, having lazy passes. And Guerin Catholic doing a great job playing like this one's tied. Screen comes, kick back out. Clifford Brown goes one-on-one, stops, foul, and off the front rim, no good. But Scecina will earn their first trip to the charity stripe here in the second half.
To your point on Bobby Allen, you don't have the record that he does, 119-53, by letting your guys slack off when they get a lead. So often, Guerin Catholic builds a lead and they just continue to let it grow. I mean, they beat Brebeuf, a good Brebeuf team, by 13 points on Friday. There's a reason why they are on a collision course for the semi-state, if not farther.
Cliff Brown puts the free throw in, so the first points scored by Scecina since the 5:32 mark of the second quarter. Second free throw good. 32-13, 5:40 to play third quarter. Rogers has it. Back up top. Patient set here offensively for Guerin Catholic. Grissom thought about a 3. Cardinal dribble drives, power dribble blocked. And that is the third Jalen Foster block. It's going to go coast to coast off the backboard, no good. And transition with numbers. Cardinal gathers it. No call there. But Bryson Cardinal is heating up here in the second half. He's got 12 and 10.
13 points now for Cardinal, so he has as many points as Scecina does. And boy, they really needed that transition shot. Couldn't get it, and you see what happens on the other end.
So nice hesitation there. Can't finish on the bucket is Brown. And here comes Guerin Catholic all the way. Missed short, tipped around. Brown has it, and Scecina will slow down the tempo.
Yeah, but Cardinal looking for some calls, goes over, says something to the ref. He's wanting some favorable calls. He's not getting them, he's wanting them.
Davis sets the screen. Drive, extra pass down low. Foster puts it in. So Foster hands it off, and nice play there, making the extra pass. And Davis gets his first bucket.
Off the bench, doesn't see a lot of time. It makes good work with that one.
3 ball short. And rebound by Foster. Here comes Scott with numbers. Drives all the way to the rack and a nice lay in there. 34-17, halfway point, third quarter.
And Brown's starting to come on. Want to see a lot more of that. He's played well this second half.
And it seems like, Nathaniel, offensively for Scecina, things are working when they're going in transition and pushing the pace. Cardinal, with his 15th point, lays it in, and sometimes it's just too easy down low when you have the size advantage.
The size, the strength, the skill, everything that he has to go be a Division I basketball player next year.
They'll swing up top. We'll have some substitutions coming next. Dead ball, 3:30 to play, third quarter. And this ball deflected. Deflected again, and a great job there. Stolen away as Jake Grissom gets in the passing lane. And he'll kick it off his foot, out of bounds. So back-to-back turnovers. Both teams trade turnovers, and a nice job here by Cardinal, as you see in the replay, going up and finishing.
Too easy, like you said. I mean, when you have the NBA DNA that he does, his father, Brian Cardinal, at Purdue in the NBA, it just makes it so easy.
Scecina has done a nice job here of getting that offensive pace, getting downhill and getting looks at the rim. They have the basketball, 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Dribble, drive, travel. And you just see the size there and how it disrupts you offensively when you have Bryson Cardinal there at 6'7", and he steps in the way and forces a turnover. Andrew Reithman checking in for the first time here for Guerin Catholic. And this is the team, Nathaniel, look, you don't want to look too far ahead, but a week like this, when you play Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, it's exactly what you're going to look for in sectional, so you can simulate what you're going to see here in the next month, and that's huge for a team like Guerin Catholic who expects to go deep in the tournament.
And it's not often you play 3 games, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, so the fact that they can build that here, and they don't play Scecina all that often, only the 8th meeting in the last 40 years, it's a great opportunity, to your point, to simulate that.
And the midi by Cliff Brown spins out on him. Paris blocked. That is the 5th block of Jalen Foster. Miss here, ball tipped around, and it's going to stay with Guerin Catholic.
I'll tell you what, at this point in the game, with the lead that they have, Guerin Catholic is treating this like a practice, and that's what we were talking about with Bobby Allen going into the game, is this is better than a Tuesday night practice. So now I think Scecina needs to match that mentality. Go play like this is just a scrimmage. Quit worrying about the score and just go enjoy the game of basketball and see if you can't improve heading into sectionals.
Melendez is out there, and a block from behind. And the ball back over to Scecina. 2 minutes to go, trailing 31-17. This is a Guerin Catholic team that averages 62 points per contest. But most of their players now, Nathaniel, sitting on the bench, getting a much-needed rest in this final 2 minutes.
How about this 8-game win streak for Guerin Catholic? They have been lethal of late. They started the season well, and they are really coming onto their own right now.
Haven't lost a game since the 13th of December. And another block from behind by Jalen Foster. When you look at the Scecina team, they have the strength. They have size, as we see with Foster. They have Brown. You just want to see more plays set up, set some screens, move without the basketball. They just kind of became too dormant there in the first half, and that allowed Guerin Catholic to stretch out a 15-point lead.
And that's what you want to look for here in the second half of this game and in this final corner coming up. Just run some plays, build some momentum, put something on tape.
And just like that, the cross-court pass leads to a good-looking 3, but that one is short and swatted away for the 6th-time Jalen Foster. Pushes in transition to Clifford Brown, and he's fouled. But you got to like what you see out of the freshman defensively.
Yeah, how about that save, too? Look at the way he dove. Ended up in the 6th row of the stands to save that one. That's impressive.
He's going to continue to grow. He's going to gain weight, and defensively, 6 blocks here on the evening. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women with the Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA, the Indiana Laborers District Council. We thank them for their support. We'll have the Morales Group post-game, our Piper Logistics player of the night. We'll also take a look at schedule here on IndianaSRN. Plenty of hoops coming up over the next couple of weeks. Free throw, good.
Scecina substitution number 23, Adrian Hill.
So we'll see some of the bench here for Guerin Catholic, more than likely the rest of the way out with a 36-19 lead under a minute to play. R.J. Hill, the senior, checking in, getting some time here. Nice extra pass up at the rack, and Melendez puts it in, his first 2.
And how about that? His first points doesn't come in a whole lot, but the senior, when he does, makes good work. Both sides of the ball. He's made a couple plays on defense, too.
So Scecina with the basketball. Doubled up, 38-19, stolen away. Melendez gets the steal. Pushing with 25 seconds to go. Up off the glass, and another big bucket by Jake Grissom. He's had an impressive night.
Now in double figures. It's his 5th straight game. In fact, he's had double figures all but 3 games this year. He has been a monster as a sophomore. He will continue to get better, especially next year.
He had 13. He averages 13 at 18 in their last outing with a win over the weekend. And with 5 seconds to go, Guerin Catholic will have the last basket opportunity here. With a 21-point lead, 5.2 on the clock. Inbound to Grissom. Grissom with 3, 2, hands it off. Reithman, long range 3, got it!
Oh my goodness.
That was the old Villanova to win the national championship game. 3 ball.
Andrew Suggs.
And Reithman with the bucket. He's got a quick 5 here in the third and caps off a big-time third quarter for Guerin Catholic. They lead 43-19 on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Fourth quarter straight ahead here on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. 43-19. Guerin Catholic. Let's take a look, Nathaniel. Nice play with under 5 seconds. And the logo 3 ball at the horn.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And those are the kind of things you want to work on here. You don't need points at the end when you're leading by the margin that Guerin Catholic is. But how about you run some plays? How about you see what works, see what doesn't work, see what you can't use once you get into tournament time?
You know, Coach Allen wouldn't tell you this before the game, but after the game, if we tell them, look, they're going to be up big into the third quarter, your starters are going to be mostly well rested. As Cardinal does check back in, you'd probably take that, especially here in what we call the dog days of January. Nice extra pass down low, takes an extra step, spins out, and we see what they're building here at Scecina. Obviously, trailing in this one as they go backdoor. Nice bucket there by Adrian Hill. But you see, obviously, the future with Jalen Foster, a player that's only going to get better as he comes up with a steal here.
Yeah, and a great coach in Jim Stanborough. Now, the last 2 years obviously haven't gone his way, but in his first season, after 30 years of coaching experience, takes his first head coaching job here with Scecina. His first year, they get a regional championship. Now, it hasn't gone the same way the last couple of years. A lot of that personnel, so to your point, you get that personnel up a little bit, you get Jalen Foster going, you get him building into this 6'4" frame he has. This could be a team to reckon with in the next few years.
So inbound comes to Scecina. Minute gone by here, fourth quarter, 43-21. And I think coaching here, the lesson is, look, yes, we're down 43-21. Let's not take a look at the scoreboard. Let's play our sets, and let's get some buckets, gain some momentum, and work on some things that is going to help us in the 2A tournament. Stolen away, up the Cardinal, overthrown. Cardinal saves it. Great pass off the window, and Melendez puts it in. He's got the last 7 for Guerin Catholic. They lead 45-21.
Well, he's a senior, and he shows how well he can play when given the opportunity. He has looked good today.
And we're going to have a timeout charge to Scecina. We will take it with them all. Guerin Catholic 45-21 on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. The guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
It's pick your highlight night here for Guerin Catholic. Threes, lay-ins, dunks, and a great extra pass here on the outset. Chuck showing you a great replay. Mitch capturing it for you. We appreciate their hard work tonight. 45-21, 6:36 to go. Scecina takes the timeout. Guerin Catholic with a few starters in there, including Bryson Cardinal, who really got to go in there in that third quarter.
And you really want to give him a little bit more run here in the fourth quarter, because when you get to tournament time, he's going to play nearly every minute for you. So why not let him keep getting some run here? They don't need him in the game, but let him see what it feels when he plays so many minutes.
Mid-range jumper short. Cardinal gets it batted around, and it'll stay here with Guerin Catholic. We've got some awesome games coming up here over the next couple of weeks, and we will get you updated on our schedule when this one concludes. 6:19 to go. Down low, Cardinal goes up with it. He's fouled, and he'll earn himself another trip to the charity line. He's lived there here in the second half.
We haven't seen a lot of fouls, though, this quarter. Now, well, just the second one of the quarter. So you like that. It's been pretty fast-paced. Second quarter, maybe a little bit more, but for the most part, both these teams playing pretty disciplined.
We'd love to have you make a difference with us and help put more student-athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org. Click the ad directing you to the donation page. You can donate to a specific school or donate to IndianaSRN. More games, more opportunity for our kids. IndianaSRN, we always have a front row seat. Plenty of high school hoops and college as we get into the month of February by weekend's end. 28 days in February, and we'll be ready for some tournament hoops in the month of March, the best basketball month of them all. 46-21, 6 minutes to play in this one. Scecina dribbles around, deflected, almost stolen away. But we talked about this Guerin Catholic team and even the size they bring off the bench and their ability to get in your passing lanes, their ability to steal a basketball. We've seen that all night as Cardinal checks out.
And this is the time for Scecina just to keep running the offense. They had it poked away there. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Twice now. Learn how to prevent that moving forward.
Stolen. Up. Hangs. Gets the friendly rule. And Hayden Rogers with the steal and the score. 48-21.
Just run some offense and see what you can and can't do against certain looks. Treat this like a scrimmage, like a practice.
3 ball. Back iron. No good. And why not? You got a good look. You got to take it by Foster. Look good. Just put it up too strong.
Scecina hasn't made a 3 yet today. Really struggling in that regard.
Guerin with the basketball. Nice backdoor pass. Off the backboard. Left it short. Did Jack Tolles, and Scecina has it in transition. They cross the timeline. 5:05 to play. Scott has it. Dribbles. goes up. He's fouled, and he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line with 5:04 to play. Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow, 317-894-7000. How do you think this Guerin Catholic team, obviously number 3 in the 3A pools, well on their way to their 15th win of the season? A lot of momentum in the Golden Eagles corner.
Not only their 15th win on the season, their 9th straight win. They have all the momentum in the world. The thing is, the tournament just over a month away, so you need to find a way to continue this momentum. Now, they're only a win away from locking up the conference championship, the Circle City Conference. It's them and Roncalli toward the end of the season to determine that one, unless Roncalli falls to Brebeuf in the coming weeks. But regardless, what you have to play for now over this next month stretch is staying hot. Yeah, your wins and losses don't mean quite as much, but you got to stay hot. You got to continue to play your best basketball heading into the month of March.
Stolen away once again. Transition, no foul, no call, and a swat from behind. And that'll earn Jack Tolles a trip to the free throw line. 4:28 to go, 48-21. As far as Scecina goes, you have some pieces. Offensively, though, seemed a little bit too long to get in their offensive set here. You want to see them probably come out and start firing on all cylinders instead of slowing things down.
And if you want to be patient, that's fine, but patience means running your offense and waiting for the good shot. It doesn't mean standing there dribbling for 30 seconds with nobody moving, which is what we saw so often. Defensively, Scecina played so well and then really just struggled with offense there in the second quarter. So to your point, just get to your set, start running some offense early, start moving around, get some set plays going, and see what you can do with it.
Free throw good as Luke McDonald checks in for Scecina and R.J. Hill. R.J. Hill picks up the defense at half court. They'll swing back up top. A little more than halfway gone in this fourth quarter. Left side three, steps into it, spins out, and Scecina still can't find the bottom of the net from downtown. A miss on the layup, but in comes Julian Melendez, and he is having one heck of a second half.
He is earning himself maybe some minutes with the starters with the first or second group. He's come in garbage time, but he's looked very well. He's a senior, so you know he's willing to do it all. See if he can't get some more run here.
Nice dribble drive here by Adrian Hill. Gets to the cup and just puts it up too hard off the backboard.
And guess who? Melendez pulls down the board.
Swing up top Melendez. Heat check. Short. Loose ball. Batted back and forth, and it'll stay here at Guerin Catholic. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about your service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. Inbound comes in, 3:30 to play. Nice extra pass down low, leads to the lay-in, and Tolles puts it in off the glass.
And here's the mark of a championship caliber team. When your second and third string comes in, when the JV team is on the floor, they play just as hard and really just as well as the starters. These guys, Melendez, Tolles, they don't see a lot of run in the first half of these games, but they've come in, and this offense has not missed a beat. You can see they're learning in practice. They're doing everything the right way, and that's why this team will go deep in the state tournament, as they have semi-state 3 of the last 4 years.
And I think Coach Allen, the message when you check in, we're playing it as a tied game, so go out there, give it your all, get into offensive sets, make the right decisions, play defense, or I'll put you right back on the bench as we see an offensive rebound by Foster, hangs in the air, puts it off the glass with the left hand. We're going to like what we see out of him for the next 3.5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. He's really played well tonight. He's shown that he can be a bright spot. He could be the focal point of this offense, and he's played very well defensively as well. Jumping up, getting blocks, pulling down boards. He's looked good.
So let's see the replay here. Just a freshman. Nice job there. He's got 6 blocks tonight. 4 offensive rebounds, and we see him there on the putback. You just see the size and the length, and only room to grow as the freshman.
Not only
Foster making a difference tonight.
He's going to get better skillfully, but also he's going to grow into his frame. He's 6'4". He's going to grow a couple more inches, and he's going to gain about 50 more pounds. He can be a threat in the next handful of years.
Dribble drive right side. Melendez on the second pass. and he's hot. It's the career night for number 14.
We keep talking about this. The transition offense so well for the starters for Guerin Catholic. Well, your backups come in, and they run it just as well. They are not slowing down. They are not giving up despite the big lead. And, Tony, 3 of the guys on the floor right now wearing white jerseys are seniors. It's not like these are your freshmen trying to earn minutes in the next couple of years. This is just guys who love the game of basketball, and they are showing it off right now.
And showing that every time they get the opportunity, regardless of the score, they can step up and keep that team building in mind, knowing that this is a team that, as you mentioned, the last 2 seasons has gotten to the semi-state but haven't been able to break through and punch their ticket to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Dribble extra pass, down low. Hangs with it. Off the backboard, off the glass, and Carter Morans puts it in at 6'7".
Started the game typically off the bench, but today he started and he was quiet scoring-wise. Now made his presence felt defensively and off the boards, but it's nice to see him go up and show he does have some skill. His tall frame can put the ball in the bucket.
1:25 to go. Dribble here. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will go the other way. Clean slate, find your future in the cloud. We're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed to innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. 866-885-3249. Under a minute to play, 4th quarter. We thank you for tuning in tonight here on IndianaSRN. Again, Mitch and Chuck doing a great job for us. Tony Donahue and Nathaniel Finch here with you. Another great extra pass. And even these bench players, Nathaniel, sharing the basketball. 60-23.
It makes you wonder, once you're playing your 3rd game in 5 days in the tournament, when you're playing your 2nd game in a day, let some of these guys get some run earlier in the game. They can hold their own for sure.
3 ball long, and that'll go out of bounds, and it'll go back to Guerin Catholic. Wheeler Mission for over 125 years has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Please volunteer with us today, 317-686-6239. They'll dribble this one out, and Guerin Catholic stays hot. Their 15th win of the season. The 3rd-ranked team in Class 3A on their home court gets the 60-23 win here on IndianaSRN. The Morales postgame show coming up right after this.
Lafayette Central Catholic, and they return to the nest on Saturday versus Noblesville.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt. Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back to the Morales post-game show here from Guerin Catholic, home of the Eagles, where the 3rd-ranked Eagles win their 15th game of the season, 60-23. 23. Tony Donahue and Nathaniel Finch with you. Now, look, when we get to the Piper Logistics player of the game, we can give it to Bryson Cardinal every night. But I think tonight with Julian Melendez and that big second half that he had, we've got to give it to him. He at one point scored 6 straight.
Well, to your point, yeah, Bryson Cardinal, a great game, 16 points. He had double-digit rebounds.
He gets the game ball enough.
But he gets it every night. So let's give it to Melendez, to your point, who came in, looked fantastic. All 8 points in the second half. When the reserve team came out, he played well. He led the unit well, offensively, defensively, on the ball, off the ball. Hats off to the senior, Julian Melendez. A lot of times when you see the reserve team come in, it's the freshman trying to earn playing time next year. Well, he has nothing to play for next year as the senior. He's just showing that he can do whatever Bobby Allen asks of him, and he played absolutely fantastic tonight with those 8 points.
Yeah, an overall great team victory here from Guerin Catholic. This was a 12-8 game at the end of the first quarter. So they outscored Scecina 48-15 in the final 3 quarters. And when we come back, we'll take a look at our schedule here on Indiana SRN. 60-23, Guerin Catholic, the final.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on Indiana SRN, which means more games for you. It's Indiana SRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
We welcome you back to the Morales Group post-game show here at Guerin Catholic High School. Let's talk about the upcoming schedule here on Indiana SRN. Like us on our social media pages as well as YouTube to see the upcoming contest. On Wednesday, Chittard travels to Covenant Christian, while the women's HCAC hoops, a battle from Paradise. Franklin takes on Rose Holman on RHIT.TV. Thursday, we'll see International School battling Traders Point, and on Friday, Newcastle will travel to Mount Vernon. Again, we want to thank Chuck and Mitch for their efforts tonight. And Nathaniel Finch, our guy, your last thoughts here on what you've seen from Guerin Catholic.
They will be making another deep run. They've won regionals 3 of the last 4 years. They're going to be in contention for a state title for yet another year because they are so deep. I mean, Cardinal had a very slow first half, yet they still dominated, went up 15 points at the break. He then turned it on in the second half. They continued to dominate. Then they brought in the second unit and the third unit and continued to dominate. Guerin Catholic will be a force in this postseason tournament, and I can't wait to watch it.
For Nathaniel, Chuck, and Mitch, I'm Tony Donahue. Thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us here on Indiana SRN, where the home Golden Eagles of Guerin Catholic pick up the 60-23 win over Scecina. Enjoy the rest of your evening.